I am very nervous to film this video. I've decided that I'm going to film this video now because I feel like if I don't film it now, I'm going to put off filming it for forever. So it's 10 o'clock at night, the lamp is on, and that's the only source of light we have. I have been meaning to make this video for months, really. It's been a long time. About 2 months ago I said I was definitely gonna film it and then never did. And I'm very nervous about it because it's about to get personal. This is quite honestly one of the most serious videos I will probably make on my channel, because if any of you have watched my channel before, you would know that I tend to make kind of less serious, more hopefully funny kind of videos that spread more positivity and are kind of meant to cheer people up, if you can say that, because there's a lot of negativity in the world and I wanted to spread more positivity, but today it's not going to be as happy. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Meg. If not, it's about to get serious. I'd just like to make a disclaimer right now that this video is not about mental health as a whole, because to be quite honest, I'm not educated enough on mental health as a whole. I'm not even educated enough on the aspects of it that I deal with personally. Like, this video is solely just me talking about my experiences with mental health and how I'm dealing with it, in the hopes that someone will find this video who is struggling and realise that they're not the only one and that other people are going through it as well. I'd like to think it will help them move in the right direction as a way. So basically all I'm trying to say is it's not a factual video, it's not an educational video. I don't have enough knowledge on the topic to be able to give factual and educational advice, which is why I am solely talking about my personal experiences with mental health. If you haven't already guessed, today I am going to be talking about mental health, which, as I said earlier, is a topic I've been meaning to talk about for a while because I've been struggling with my mental health for a while and I've never really sat down to talk about it, and I'm nervous about it. The overthinker in me is kicking in. I don't really know where to start, so I'll probably try and start from kind of the beginning. I have struggled with mental health for a good number of years. I think even before my family were even aware, before I personally was aware of what was going on. It wasn't as prominent when I was younger. It was there in a way. Now that I'm dealing with it in like a bigger way, I can kind of see that I have struggled for a good few years. In high school, I used to get anxious over things like being within big groups of people, talking in front of big groups of people, so like presentations and like performances and music. And I remember there was a couple of English lessons where I sat and had a panic attack in the classroom, but I didn't know what it was because I'd never had one before, because it wasn't as apparent what it was, and because it didn't happen as often. Like, it was rare, but like because of that it was kind of just like, no, it's just me being shy, it's just me being a bit socially awkward, like it's nothing, it was just, that's just Meg, it's just being shy. And then it kind of carried on that way into college, into my first year of college, and then quite possibly the worst thing that could have happened in my life happened. For those of you who haven't watched my channel before or don't know me personally, you probably won't know that in June 2018 my mum passed away suddenly. It was completely unexpected, and it was after that my mental health took a turn for the worse. Like, naturally I felt low, like everyone in my family did, because, you know, we'd just lost my mum, but it didn't affect me in that aspect as much as it did everyone else. It affected me more with anxiety. It didn't really hit until like 2 months after, because after it happened we were like all stuck in this like little bubble where we were seeing family all the time. We were kept occupied so much so that we couldn't really sit and think about it. And then at the end of August, start of September, when college was due to start again, it kicked in, and it was the worst I'd ever experienced it at that point. It got to the point during my second year of college, like especially around Christmas, where I was having 2 or 3 panic attacks a day. At that point I hadn't been I hadn't been diagnosed with anxiety because in my head I didn't want to go to the doctors because I don't think I wanted to know what it was. And then I took a week off of college in December 2018 because I was too anxious to leave my house. I went back into college after that because one of my teachers rang me up and asked me in to go for a meeting. So I went in, had a meeting with them, and we signed me up for counselling within my college because my college had a group of counsellors, so they put my name down for counselling, and in the January I did end up having counselling for 4 weeks because after 4 weeks they were like, you've come a long way from where you were. And at the time my panic attacks had eased off a bit, like I was still having them, but it was more like once a week, once every 2 weeks instead of twice a day. So at that point I was like, things are getting better, we're fine, it's sorted. And for a long while it was fine. Like throughout that summer I had panic attacks, but like they weren't as frequent anymore, and I was just like, you know, I can deal with it now, I know how to deal with it, it's fine, I can cope with how it is. And then I started university, and truthfully, looking back on it, maybe I did rush into going to university, maybe I did pressure myself into going because everyone else I knew was going. Maybe I should have taken a year out, but I didn't. And I moved into halls, which that itself was probably just not the right decision at the time. I probably should have lived at home. Like I probably wouldn't have ended up being as bad as I was. Basically, in my first year of uni, my panic attacks came back nearly as bad as they were the year before when I started college again. It went from being once a week to being more like 3 times a week, if not more. The student nights on campus, I went, but 9 times out of 10, I had a panic attack while we were out. I tried not to tell anyone when I was feeling anxious because I didn't want to ruin their night, because they were all having a good time and I wasn't. But I wanted to stay with them because they were my friends and I wanted to have a good time. So around Christmas, I came home, realised how much I liked being at home. And part of me kind of didn't want to go back, but I went back anyway. And it was after the 5 weeks I had off at Christmas that things started getting even worse. Not only was I having a panic attack near enough every day at this point again, I started feeling down, like feeling low more often than I had for the last 2 years. So this was all at the start of this year. It wasn't bad enough that I felt the need to go to the doctors at the time. Instead I just applied for a peer supporter. That's how it stayed for a while. About 8 weeks ago now, so it was like a week or two before the lockdown started, I came home. My dad noticed straight away that that something wasn't right, and he suggested on the Sunday night that instead of going back to uni, that I stay home and try and get a doctor's appointment, which we couldn't get until the Tuesday, and I agreed. And then I went to the doctors on the Tuesday and they diagnosed me with anxiety and depression. Then lockdown started, so I had to stay home. Now, at the point of filming this video, I'm not as bad as I was when lockdown started. So for like 2 weeks I was at home before lockdown, and about 2 weeks after I didn't feel great at all. I felt down, I didn't want to go outside, I just wanted to stay inside, wanted to just stay inside in my bed, play The Sims, and it wasn't great. But I had put off going to the doctors about it for months, if not years. And after I went and after I was told what was going on in my head, it felt like a weight had been lifted a bit. Hearing it come from someone else just made it more real, and at that point I was like, right, okay, we're going to sort myself out, we're gonna get help and all that. But then I haven't been able to get counselling, but I have remained in contact with my peer supporter, and I have been more open with how I'm feeling with the people around me, especially my family. I have found that for me personally, what helps is just letting myself do the things that I enjoy, that I feel like doing. Does this make any sense? So basically the purpose of this video was to hopefully help people who stumble upon it and maybe haven't heard of me before, or for anyone that is subscribed or does watch me regularly and are also struggling, so that hopefully it helps them. But then also I want my channel to be positive and a nice place, true, but I also want it to be a safe space where people feel like they can come and they can relax, and if they feel the need to write a comment about what they're going through, just know that I'm here to listen. With all my social media, with my Twitch channel and with my YouTube channel, I want it to be a place where people can come and know that they're going to be listened to, and that, you know, it is a safe place for you as well as for me. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I hope it helped some people. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. My social medias will be in the description below. I will see you in my next video, which won't be as heavy and as serious as this one. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.